This isn't Good Morning IWC. It's a brand new day. Good Evening IWC is about to start.
Yeah. Good evening, IWC. Yeah, we back again. Another night, another headline breaking in. Who's talking loud? Who just crossed the line? We break it down live, every rumor, every side. Good evening, IWC. Let's run it. Hot takes headline. Yeah, we run it. Turn the volume up, let the whole world see. Real talk wrestling straight from the IWC. Lights low, check low, yeah, the crowd tuned in. From the indie grind all the way to the main event. Predictions, reactions, yeah, we don't astray. If you disagree, jump in, let's debate. Good IWC, let's run it. Hot takes headline, yeah, we run it. Turn the volume up, let the whole world see. Real talk wrestling straight from the IWC.
Oh, man. All right, so due to technical difficulties, we had to redo this whole bitch. What's good with everybody? That's Mob, three-time point-taking champion, won yesterday against a very game Carlos and Stampede, and the guy who's behind the scenes, watching AEW. What is it? A Dynasty. That's what it was. Dynasty right now. We got Chris from the Cheap Seats, Chris Branson. I keep calling him Chris Brinson to everybody. I don't know why. Where the fuck do I get Brinson from? Yeah. What's going on though, man? I feel that. Hey, everybody out there, tune in. What is it? Wednesday. After this would be Wednesday, our second show of the week. You got the whole damn mess right there. I saw TC up in the chat. Tune in Wednesday. We're gonna unpack the whole damn mess. Oh, I said Tuesday, Wednesday. Tune in Wednesday because we unravel the whole damn mess. But you're here for wrestling right now, and we're gonna get you to the show that's going on with the 0 hour right now. AEW Dynasty, man. How are you looking forward to this at all? I'm looking for, about 70. You're right. Especially this right here, the Casino Gauntlet. There's a lot of things that could happen. The stories that are going on. You got Tommaso Ciampa. You got Roosh. You got a lot of guys who are coming in. But the one guy I believe that will win it all. Okay, we're going to give ourselves 10 minutes on the clock on this one. The one guy I believe that's going to win it all is Sammy Guevara. All right, I believe he comes back. He wins it again. He's been a TNT champion before. I think he could run it. This is his time to shine. Who do you think is going to win this one? Roosh. I love that name, Roosh. Yeah, you don't want it. Listen, we got Chris Jericho returning against Ricochet. You know, one of my favorite hand jesters in the whole damn world. All right, what do you think? Who's winning in this match? That'd be nice. Hey, Gates of Agony helping out, yeah. Yeah, I got Chris Jericho winning, coming back. You know, Thursday we got the Run In Wrestling podcast, as you guys know, and I put my AEW Shield on the line in that show, and I had to Yeah, I picked Jericho because everybody picked Jericho, so I wanted to keep my shield. I'm going to keep my shield. Who do you think is the third guy in the congregation? Conglomeration. Anemone. Oh, no. They're not winning, all right? There's no way. This is the best trios champions that we're going to be seeing for a hot minute. All right, these guys are crazy. The dogs are winning. I don't care who they get. They could bring back Andre the fucking Giant. Hey, Twitch, clip that. They could bring back Andre the goddamn Giant. They still not beating the dogs. All right, that's how that works. All right, I'm so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, easy, very easy. But listen, you got the Young Bucks versus Kenosha Takesha and Okada. I will not try to say it. Suzuki, whatever, man. I'm sorry. All right. Who do you got winning this match? They were just beating each other's ass on Wednesday. Everyone's like, look. I'm going to give you a little rundown on what the run-in picked, okay? We got Don Callis family, and Sped, Young Bucks. Why? Because I see it, okay? Look at the determine. Whose title was that before Okada got his hands on it? Who took it from Takesha? I can't remember. Yeah, exactly. I don't remember who did it. I probably Orange Cassidy. I would laugh my ass off. I would laugh my ass off.
Minutes. I think he lost it in a triple threat, but I don't remember who took it.
Thank you, TC. That's on me. It was at least it was 7 minutes in and not 30. So go ahead and say your thing again about Okada and Takesha.
Well, I'll say this: if they could stay on the same page, they'd obviously crush the Young Bucks. But due to the fact they're not going to be able to, the Young Bucks will win this match, and we'll get on to what everybody wants to see, which is the Takeshita and Okada feud. That's what everybody wants to see.
And see, that was weird because I could hear him in my headphones, so I was thinking that he was actually being heard. You know? Because it's just weird. Usually it correlates. It's weird. Alright, but either way, I still think the Young Bucks beat Okada and Takesha in this one. They were just whooping each other's ass on Wednesday. It was a great beatdown, too. Listen, then here's come a beatdown that everybody knows who's going to win this one. Who do you got winning this match, first off?
Oh man, I want to say Andrade so bad because I know a lot of people don't like this. I don't like Darby in the heavyweight title pitch. It's just
no, it just doesn't make sense. That's like having Marcos, what is his name, Stunt?
Yeah. I mean, I get Darby's a little bit more believable, but it's like, come on, bro. There's got to be better things to do. But with that being said, I'm gonna say Darby wins here.
I am going Andrade on account of this is not.
You're right.
This is not a hardcore match. This is not a coffin match. This is not a burn your man alive match. Can you get me, please? This is not one of those, right? So I got Andrade winning this.
I hope.
I hope I'm right too because this right here I have going as a draw. Will Ospreay, Jon Moxley, AEW Continental Championship. A war is coming. All right, not winter is coming. A fucking war is coming. All right, and don't be afraid, Chris, to cuss on your shows. You're a wrestling podcast guy. All right, that's what wrestling guys do. All right, I was on your show today. I got you, man. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, it was good times.
It was good times. Great show, folks. Go follow FTCS Chris Branson on Twitch. I'm about to have him as one of the people that's going to be listed all the time on here. You guys should follow him. Great shit. For a solo guy, great shit. All right? Yes, but who do you got winning this match? I said a draw. Who do you got?
This is probably the toughest match to pick on the card because although I want to say Will Ospreay wins this match and I've been picking him all week, I've convinced myself to change my pick. I think Moxley's winning this match. I'm gonna go with Mox.
You don't think there's gonna be a draw?
I think that's probably a better chance than Will winning this because I don't
Yep.
think this feud's ending here.
No, this feud is nowhere near over, and this feud
Yeah.
ends with Callan Newman destroying Will Ospreay at Blood and Guts. Watch, or
It would
Forbidden
make
Door,
sense.
or Forbidden Door. One and two. Look, one of my favorite matches of the night. Watch, this is gonna be everybody's favorite match. This is my sleeper match. This is the match I think is gonna steal the whole damn show. Tekla versus Jamie Hayter. Who do you got and why? Go.
Tekla, cause that's my girl, man. I'm going with the Toxic Spider. I know that Jamie got one win on her after Tekla arrived, attacked her. Hayter came back, got the dub. It's time for Tekla to win this so she could go on with her reign. She needs to recoup that loss that she took. So I'm gonna say Tekla.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. This is gonna be one hell of a match, though. Everything you just said, I agree with. One match that I'm not looking forward to. Kofi Cage look to turn the clocks back against FTR. We all know where this one's going. Sadly, FTR may lose their titles. By the way, do those AEW Tag Team Championships remind you of WCW's like around 2000s Tag Team Championships? The way they look, I love the way they look. You know.
I love it. I love everything about that. Well, AEW like knocks these belts out the park. They
Yep.
don't look like toys. They
Well,
look like
nah, the national title looks like doo-doo on a stick. And
Well, and to be fair, there's like a few titles I'm not too fond of, but just going from Ring of Honor all the way through the AEW titles, most of them are pretty good. A
yeah.
lot better than some other companies.
Yeah. What do you think? Who wins this match?
Unfortunately, I would love to say FTR, but I think they're gonna go with the nostalgia act.
Yeah.
But I do believe Cope and Christian leaving TV for a while lost their steam. I was interested in this before the dynamics they had, but not no more. But I'm gonna say they win.
Yeah, I got Cage and Cope, sadly, but you know.
Yeah.
The Devil versus the God of pro wrestling. Alright? This one's going to be good. Who do you have winning this match? MJF or Kenny Omega?
Huge Kenny supporter, but Kenny, not yet, my brother. You're not leaving with the gold tonight. So I got MJF winning tonight going forward. There's too much to still be desired
Yep.
with this title run, and Kenny's a good chaser. I think there's a better match with Kenny to win the title if someone else has the belt. I don't think he takes it from MJF.
It's the funny thing you say that because I don't think he takes it tonight either. Yeah, this match may go 45 minutes because you know how AEW loves to make their main events long. You'll be oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh God, this match is still going.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, cool. We didn't miss nothing. Yeah,
I
what's
think
up?
that match is put him in there with MJF. Let them go for 30 minutes because MJF became the Jordan.
Yep.
He's gonna show you that Kenny's still Kenny. But
Yep.
I don't think Kenny will win the belt tonight at all.
Oh
I
no,
don't think he
no,
has a
no,
chance.
no. Especially MJF going nuts on everybody. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love how he was going nuts on everybody. I thought that was great. And there's the bell, and that bell snuck up on my ass. And man, we're going to go to TNA. How would you rate that last night? We're gonna give this 5 minutes. Honest to God.
Yeah, first of all, I'm probably gonna overrate this show due to Mustafa Ali.
Yep.
Mustafa Ali and Trey Miguel. Holy shit, those guys are good.
Stole the fucking
so-
weekend. Stole the damn
Yeah, and
weekend.
honestly, I would say this. Same thing. Maybe a couple matches not for me on this, but what are we ranking this? 1 to 10?
1 to
AEW?
10.
What are we-
Yeah, 1 to
1 to
10.
10?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It got outshadowed by as far as Collision last night, and just what was trending. But I'm giving this show a solid 8. I think it was a real good show.
You know, I watched this. I love the Nick Nemeth versus AJ Francis match. Did not
Yes.
care for the tag team championship match.
Mhm.
Did not care for the Knockouts women's championship match. Even though I really like both women in the ring. Yeah, they were killing it. But like the Kazarian versus Elijah match was fantastic. All right.
Yes.
The
yes.
shit that you just talked about, the international championship, fantastic match. I just said Nick Nemeth versus AJ Francis. The match that was the match of the night potentially,
Yeah.
but got overshadowed by the international match, the X Division match.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, they destroyed it all. The TNA knows how to put it on, and the best part about TNA was Carlos Silva, Mr. Silva. I should say, because we have a Carlos in our ranks over here on Sped Rock Productions, so it's Mr. Silva. All right,
Mista
Silva. My bad,
Mista.
I forgot. Mista Silva. You know, he got booed out of the damn arena. That was hilarious.
Trying to get TV time. It doesn't need it. It's like, get off the TV.
The only time that he should have got cheered was given ODB. I almost did OBD. Oh wait, is it OB?
Yeah.
ODB. Yeah.
ODB.
Oh, I was thinking old dirty bastard. All right, you know, Wu
Yeah, I mean, that's practically what it is. Same thing.
Wu Tang, Wu Tang, Wu Tang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Right,
she's finally going into Hall of Fame. Damn it! It's about time. Yeah.
Hey, Sped.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I want to give a special shout out to Bernie Kosar. Man was there swinging a chair.
He
Less than
was
6 months after a liver transplant.
liver transplant.
Bernie Kosar, like the football player,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
like from like the 80s.
Yes. Yeah, he's the one
The
who hit.
best Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect it.
That's the one who hit. And then AJ Francis sold that freaking chair shot like rent was due. All right. But AJ Francis is one of those, like, I don't know why people tarnish that man. That man knows what he's doing in the ring. He makes everyone look good. Hey, Twitch, clip that.
If you realize that's what he's doing, bro, he pisses people off because that's what he's good at doing. Like, people don't really hate him; they hate to like him.
I love him. I'm a big fan of that man. I'm a big fan of that man. What other wrestler can say they got sacks in the NFL? What other wrestler can say they play for Miami? What other wrestler say they can play with Russell Wilson? You know, and a lot of other he played for the fucking Redskins, man, when they were the goddamn Redskins. You know, so and now look at him. He was a digital media champion. Held that fucking title until one dude smashed the shit out of it. You know? There's a lot. You know, AJ Francis is one of those dudes that deserves his damn flowers. And a lot of people aren't going to give it to him because, oh, hey, Michael Cole made fun of him. Fuck Michael Cole.
I would just say one thing about this card, right? It could just be a preference thing. I can't get behind the Elegant brand. I just don't like what they're doing.
I can't get it either.
I do like a few of them individually, but I just can't get behind it. But I would say 5 of these matches is like a 10 card.
Oh yeah.
The other 3 just wasn't for me. The other 3 wasn't. It just didn't.
It didn't do nothing because it was just boo boo on a stick. They just sat there. You know, a lot of them. You know, like
the knockouts was average. The tag team was and then the Elegance brand just isn't for me. Everything else I loved on here and I enjoyed it.
See, the only one I couldn't get behind was that special Asian guy. I like Moose. I just couldn't get behind the special Asian dude.
Yeah, I just rocked out for Moose in that, and I know he's been stepping on himself lately. So yeah.
All right, well, listen, man, we got 2 sound bits that we're gonna go through, and the first one's on Carlos Silva. Okay, MJF calling out TNA, and Carlos says that there's partner conflicts. We all know what the hell that means. There's 3 letters, and they're backed by TKO. Okay? Look, everyone's like, WWE. Everyone forgets TKO bought a small share in goddamn TNA. You know? So let's listen to what MJF has to say on TNA, and then we're going to talk about that. So we're going to give this 5 minutes real quick, and then we're going to talk about Lance on MJF. Lance Storm on MJF.
I'd actually like to speak on Youngtown a little bit. Let's talk about TNA and the fact that they are pulling Youngtown off of shows when they're barely paying them any money whatsoever and telling them, hey, you can't wrestle because there's a guy from another promotion that's wrestling on this show.
Yeah, so basically, MJF was going off. You heard it yesterday on Point Taken, how he was going off about on the Busted Open radio, how Carlos Silva's taking money off the table for these guys, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? First off, both these matches were pulled. They were already set in stone. What do you think?
I think I think I touched a little bit on it on Point Taken, but I think there's a bigger thing going on here, right? First thing, I know that TNA is working with the WWE. They obviously want their partnership to continue past past whenever the deadline of it ending is. So it I guess bodes well for them to do what for the business side to do what WWE wants, or if they ask them to do it. But then there's a few other big set of problems that don't help them, which means if they don't renew, they don't continue to work with you, you just threw a stain on your company, which means a lot of people might not want to work with you. A lot of them might, not have a problem with it, but a lot of them may have a problem with it. I think that in the future, they're definitely never working with AEW again.
No.
But here's the problem that I see with it. And I think this is really what it lies into. Leon Slater is one of the guys that WWE wants.
Yep.
He's one of the main dudes over there. Nick Nemeth, I don't know how WWE feels about him going back there, but he's a pretty big name. I think they're more worried about, like, say Leon Slater went over there, had a match with Ricochet, meets Tony Khan, talks to MJF, and all of a sudden his contract's coming up. It's like, yeah, actually, I'm gonna go with the best wrestler.
Yep.
So I think there's a that could be part of it. And then I also think that it's a bad thing for the wrestlers, but I also think he might have already signed, sealed, and delivered the fact that a few of these guys are gonna walk over to AEW after.
Well,
I think that's
Lance Storm was on Wrestle Observer with Brian Alvarez, and he had this to say, and I'll paraphrase it for you.
Hear it, so you're gonna have to
Yeah.
run it back to me. That's one I knew.
If he thinks not letting them wrestle AEW talent on indie shows is taking food out of their mouths, I would say MJF saying don't support that company is also taking food out of their mouths.
So basically, he was saying, if MJF is saying them removing the guys off these cards is taking food off the table, when MJF says, hey, we should boycott, we shouldn't, recognize that brand no more, isn't that taking food off of their table if we do that? So, there's two sides to this coin here, And I agree with Lance. A lot of times I don't, but this time I do because he's right. If we're boycotting TNA because of this, then we're really taking food off of the guys like Nick. We're taking it off of Matt and Jeff. We're taking it off of Leon, and Sammy. I would
agree 1,000%. I think MJF is doing a little work shooting as well. Like, I think he's in character and being truthful at the same time. I don't think he necessarily meant stop watching them. I get the point if you take them for full face value. Yep. MJF is probably the best worker in the business because he plays on those lines. You know?
That's true.
But think like this, though. After all that, I don't know if you've seen what Mustafa Ali wrote earlier. He said that he didn't like what was going on and take it out on them because it's not his fault. Yep. And you got Nick Nemeth that went on a podcast literally 2 days after and said he's still going to find a way to make that match happen.
Yeah,
and they should be scared he said that. They should be scared because he's telling you, if you ain't going to allow it, WWE ain't going to allow it. What did he say to you?
I'll bounce. Well, that's what he said before. He's on a handshake right now. How the hell are they going to tell him no? He's on a handshake right now. He ain't on a real contract. TNA can't even pay their guys. They're turning into Lucha Underground, where they can't pay their people.
I think Carlos thinks he's so much bigger than he is right now, and I think it will end up biting him in the butt. And I ain't talking about him as a person. I mean the brand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. And, look, Triple H, we're going to have this as our first 3-minute spot. Triple H came out on What Do You Want to Talk About podcast and said AJ Styles said to me once that after he'd been in with us for like 6 months, made a comment to me, pulled me to the side, and he was like, "Hey, mind if I give you something I noticed? Don't ever let anyone or anybody come here who didn't go through NXT first." He did say that it took him a minute, that he was faking it till he made it because he didn't know about what camera to look at, you know? So he said, "You guys shoot a movie here. You know, everyone else is just doing wrestling, you know? What do you think? Should people go to NXT first?"
Absolutely not. Like Royce Keys didn't need NXT. Penta didn't need NXT. Jade probably did need NXT. That's a whole nother story in itself. But I think this is it. You gotta take this on a person to person basis.
Yep.
Like I said, for example, if you got like a Jay White or Will Ospreay, or you can't
Well-
tell me that these guys got to go to NXT.
Well, let me ask you this. Hey, thank you for the 100 bits, by the way. Thank you, Bird. Let me ask you this. For instance, a guy like Jay White when he first came out of New Japan, okay, would probably benefited with NXT because of the camera placement. But now a guy like Jay White coming out of AEW, oh hell no.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Because, like, Evil wants to go to NXT because he sees the difference between New Japan, where it's straight wrestling, you know, and they got their cell phones, you know, and stuff like that, versus what WWE's doing, you know, and it's crazy, you know?
I think what it comes down to, if I were to say it best, some of these wrestlers gotta be honest.
Yes.
Is WWE if it's intimidating when you first get there, NXT is for you, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're confident enough, you want to go that main roster, and everybody knows you're a good wrestler, you can train these people with cameras a couple weeks before they even show up. So, not everybody needs NXT, but I also don't think that AJ was being corporate here. I think he was being honest on his experience.
Yeah, no, and I get that. There's a lot of stuff that you can pick and choose here. Danhausen doesn't need it, you know, but again, if they're coming from TNA, like we said before, if you look at it in a baseball term, you got Triple A's your single A, okay? TNA's your double A, NXT's your triple A, right? And then the main roster is your majors, right? So I got 15 seconds. I think AEW is your main roster, your major leagues. All right, so you got your NL and AL right there. You know, so you don't need them to come in and work their ass off. There's the bell, and work your ass off for that. You know,
I agree. I agree with that completely.
if you're coming from AEW, but if you're coming from New Japan or Stardom, I would recommend going that way. Here's another 3-minute spot. And our boy Tony Khan says that he will be working with Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling this summer on events including Forbidden Door during the AEW Dynasty media call. Woo, the Southern almost came out on that one. Are you excited about this?
Yeah, but it also needs to be switched up a little bit. Like what I've liked, and I think I have a funny feeling a little bit this might be involved in this because we know we got Forbidden Door, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think that we see more of the Ring of Honor collaborations like we've been seeing them with, whether it was MLP or other things like that. I think we get some more Ring of Honor New Japan shows, some Ring of Honor Stardom shows. I think there's more flexibility for him to write crossover on that because it has nothing to do with the TV. But I'm super excited. I mean, I want to see New Japan more. I want to see Stardom more. And I want to see these companies grow. So I'm definitely excited. What about you?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited about this, but I'm also kind of intrigued because I know I heard reports. Now I'm not saying I know these are confirmed. I'm saying I heard reports that New Japan got rid of Stardom, but I haven't really found out yet.
Let's not.
I don't know. I haven't seen it from Sean. I haven't really. I just saw it circulating on Twitter or X. I'm sorry. You know,
Hopefully a troll started out.
Yeah, I'm hoping it was just something, you know, like. But that's the thing, man. Trolls gotta stop. Like this whole trolling shit, you know. Like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that. But either way, I digress on that. You know, but no, I would like to see New Japan versus AEW and G1, but New Japan goes over in their own thing versus AEW, because what we've seen in the past is AEW going over, you know, and now it's time for New Japan. Everyone's gonna be like, well, what about Takesha? Takesha signed with 3 freaking companies, so Takesha went over. AEW didn't, you know. When Takesha won the G1, that was Takesha winning the G1, not AEW, not DDT, you know, or New Japan. That was fucking Takesha, you know.
Yep. I also believe, excuse me. I also believe, one thing I would like to see more, and I don't know the logistics on this and stuff. I'm gonna just be quick because I see the time.
Oh, you good?
I know they got the dual contracts. Leave some of those guys in Japan so they're not so thin. Like, I know you're doing all the dual contracts, but leave them a bone. Like, they need a bone over there. So it's like,
A big
leave
one.
them a few
But I
spots
like,
for a while.
before we, the bell rings, I do like that New Japan's getting some love on air over on Dynamite and, you know, everything else. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful sight, you know? And look, another beautiful sight is how much this motherfucker lies. All right? You heard this on Point Taken yesterday. Everyone else hear it here. Here you go.
Yeah, that kind of shit to me is like, I remember when people brought it to me and like showing it to me, and I was like, fuck, yeah, all right, good for him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's the kind of shit you do. You're trying to make a name for yourself. You're trying to get out there. You're trying to do some cool shit, trying to do some different stuff.
Yeah, look. Triple H said that it was some cool shit that what Cody Rhodes did. You see what he did. It was, what was that? Double or Nothing or All In? I believe that was All In.
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. I was right the first time. Yeah. So he, I see, this is why I like having a backstage correspondent, because he could be like, Double or Nothing. Yeah. But no, like, look, do you believe Triple H in this? That he is all cool about the sledgehammer going into his throne?
Like, look, I do believe he's telling a little bit of the truth there, because I mean, Triple H, obviously, you know how long he's been with the WWE. Cody is basically a WWE baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, they knew he would always go back. It was fun jabs. And, I mean, he probably was mad at a point, you know, when AEW first started. But why would he tell you he's mad now when the guy's over there making him money?
Exactly.
So, I mean,
Exactly.
I think it's, yeah.
I find that shit hilarious, though. You know, and by the way, if you guys don't want ads, and that's because, and I gotta put this at 3 minutes because we've already been doing this for a little bit. But if you guys don't want ads, okay, subscribe to the channel. Twitch forces ads. It's not me. So subscribe to the channel. I try to make everything ad free, but apparently not. So if you're new in here, hit the follow button. And also subscribe to the channel. Use Amazon Prime. It really helps out. Helps us get better equipment for the PC. And it helps Mob win Point Taken on Saturdays, 3 p.m.
Want me to give you a cold take?
Yeah.
And it's actually a little bit of comedy, but also pretty funny if it ever turns out happening, right? And obviously this is more on the realm of jokey joke, just to put it out there. But Cody is so struck on this. You don't know the real story. You don't know the real. Nobody knows the real story. He said, "What if the real story is when he goes back to AEW? He tells you that was the plan all along, and he goes and takes his president position back."
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. When he left AEW, I always thought he was going to come back. And that whole, I could come back for the AEW championship now because I was gone. And now that was null and void. And here I come. I always thought he was going to come back. When he left, I was like, yeah, he's coming back. He's going to finish his story in WWE, his family story. You know, this is his company. This is his baby. You know, so I feel like he'll come back one day and take over his position as, you know, president. Also, folks, if you're new here, scan that QR code right over there. Head over to the Mike and Ant YouTube channel. Excuse me. Head over to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to their channel. That's free. So, you know, boom. You know, they do some badass stuff as much as they can. It's actually
Free
pretty
brand
funny.
coming.
Huh?
Free brand coming. Y'all be part of it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun. This is gonna be real fun, especially when
Yes,
you
it
guys
is.
start messing with the whole damn mess here soon.
Yep. First
Yeah,
video this week.
yeah, that'd be nice. That's gonna be nice because man,
It's already ready. It's already ready, bro.
every time we talk about football, I'm like, man, I want to talk about the Falcons. All right, look, we're talking about.
Let's do it.
I love Good Morning Good Evening IWC because we talk about whatever the hell we want. You know, we got 30
Yeah.
seconds. We already talked about this enough. You know,
Yeah.
like, yeah, we're gonna hit the damn bell. Fuck it. You know, this is
Cody
our
should
show.
have showed up to WWE with that throne and put it back together on TV for Triple H
Something that we could
before
talk
he
about.
before he licked boots.
Something we could talk about for a good minute has MLW surpassed TNA as number 3 in the United States after selling out Charleston, South Carolina, and signing multiple people to long-term contracts. Well, 2-year contracts.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they probably not realistically close to passing them because you have TV deal, financial backing, things like that. As far as quality of their shows, talent they have, I mean, they're not far behind realistically. I mean, they're probably a TV deal and 3 wrestlers away from being kind of on the same level. So I think
God.
if you had to pick one company that's been making strides that look like they on these other companies' boots, it got to be them.
Yeah, yes, and I agree with that. And hey, Twitch, clip that. I agree with that because of this. All right, if Tubi came calling, all right, think about it in this perspective. Tubi comes calling. They put MLW live whenever they go live, all right, and then Tubi charges, let's say $2.99 for their pay-per-views. Okay,
Yeah.
that would surpass TNA in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
No,
Look at the guys that they have signed. They got Bishop Dryer. They got Dijak. They got Cross and Scarlett. They got a lot of people over there.
Shotzi Blackheart. They're
Shot. Yep.
they're loaded.
They're loaded. Yes, you're right. They're loaded.
Hey,
And
gentlemen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm going to be the bad news bearer at the moment.
what's up?
Tubi would be kind of out. I mean, you look at NWA, they just signed with Sinclair and put them on comment. They're going. MLW is going to find a channel.
Yeah, Tubi would be the best fit, or Pluto.
But then you would be sitting with Evolve and NXT.
Yeah, that contract's coming out.
Reshows.
They're coming out. They're not seeing no numbers like that for Tubi on there. They're not happy with that. The numbers that they would get for MLW would match what they get for Evolve. Evolve is doo-doo on a stick. That's like LFG. LFG is also just a doo-doo on a stick project that WWE is trying. They're trying to go independent baseball, and their independent baseball is worse than what's that York Red Raiders? What's the York people out here? The York based Revolutions. York Revolutions. Those guys suck too.
Agreed. I mean, with Tubi, it'd be a perfect place. I mean, a lot of stuff's going to YouTube guys. So I mean, for WWE, they're going to harping and they're gonna pound that horse dead.
Oh yeah,
Term.
I can see it. I can see it. But one fucking, oh my god, this one. How many minutes? This is 7 minutes because we both hate this.
Yeah, this is the most disappointing news from.
Go ahead.
From
you do it, Dan. You do it because my heart broke.
Let's just put it like this: at press time, that we talking about right now, obviously Io and Oscar. At press time, we were told it's up in the air. I guess it basically depends on how long they want the show to go and how much time is allotted for the 6 matches. So basically, they're gonna X, 2 of the best wrestlers, arguably what would have been the match of the night for sure. Celebrity joke shit. So I mean, I got no respect for this. This comes down to what Kenny was saying. I think he was joking when he was like, we're a few years away from Mr. Beast versus someone else main event in WrestleMania. We got it, bro. It came
Yeah.
a lot sooner than he said. It just wasn't the two people he named.
Yeah, no, listen. This pisses me off beyond anything. And everybody out there's like, yeah, LA Knight's getting a fucking match. With who? With who? With iShow Speed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory? You'd rather have that match over this right here.
Because Stampede said this, a point taken. It goes along with what Danielson said why he left that company, and I'm not going to completely annihilate them because I do enjoy the WWE. But this tells you their fans don't care about wrestling.
Thank
you.
you.
Took the #1 wrestling match off the card and you're fine with it.
Hey, Twitch, clip that. Because that's the fucking truth. That's the truth. They fucking took the best possible match of the night. You can make for the allotted time that you have for a pre-show, LA Knight could be on that fucking pre-show with the Usos and the goddamn
LA Knight
Vision.
is Slim Jim promo. We don't even need the match.
We don't need him at all. He is boo-boo on a damn stick anyway. He's been doing the same gimmick for 30 years, and it hasn't... I know he has been in for 30 years. Don't freaking...
He lied, Jake.
Yeah, he's just been doing the same thing. Yeah,
I liked him in TNA. I can't stand him in WWE.
I got an idea, guys.
What's up?
I got an idea. You know what they should do? They should move the Usos and LA Knight and Vision and I Shall Speed to ESPN The Ocho. Put Asuka and EO in that segment where, hey, we're opening up night 1 all today.
Yeah, but that
there
disrespects...
I agree.
That disrespects the Ocho and all those disc golf players and goddamn dodgeballers and, you know? Hey, Twitch, clip that. You know, but still, it disrespects that, you know? Like, Spec's coming in real hot because this match, man, pisses me off.
Duck down.
We get Sami Zayn versus Trick Willie? What? And no Mello? Someone, stop throwing jabs, damn it.
This shit is crazy.
You know, like, we're not getting... How is this WrestleMania when you don't have the very best on the card? This feels like Backlash to me.
Listen, it's a sad day when EO and Asuka get axed and you're trying to find ways to put celebrities and Danhausen on. No problems with those. I don't got beef with nobody. It's not one of those.
It's not even like that.
I'm WrestleMania... I want to see at least you put your best wrestling matches on. It's the one spectacle a year. It's like, bro, we don't need Cannon shooting T-shirts and fake curses and Spock shooting up people's ass. Like, leave that for the the SmackDowns and stuff. You feel me?
I feel
like
that.
This WrestleMania, send these ladies out there and let them cook.
Oh my God!
Here's a thought. What is going to be the IWC's opinion when we get Vakur EO'd on Monday Night Raw instead of where a Vakur EO or an Asuka EO match should be?
There's the problem. They don't like good matches. It's like they go out their way to make sure they don't give them to you, and I don't understand that.
Yeah, no. Like, look, we're the last few Monday Night Raws. I think I counted seven in the last 2 weeks matches. 7 matches in the last 2 weeks. All right. 2 weeks ago there was only 3, so last week that makes 4. Right. They haven't announced a match at all yet for Monday Night Raw, but they announced nothing but segments. All right. This just tells me that, one, WWE either is like playing this TKO card really hard, or 2, they're lazy as shit.
Honestly, looks like they know that they can't compete with these other companies when it comes to actual wrestling. So they need to find all these other ways to trick you into believing you're watching something good.
Yeah.
It's the throw some shit in the bag and promote it right ordeal that they got going on.
Yep.
Bro, it's not a wrestling company no more. They went full-fledged entertainment.
Well, they went entertainment after they got the F out of there. Yeah.
Well, what I mean is that right now, there's no World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah.
It's World Entertainment.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
weed.
we
Yeah, it ain't nothing else but
us
weed.
forever entertainment.
Yeah,
Like
there ain't
that's
nothing. I agree with that. I agree with that 100% because at the end of the day, like, come on. Come on.
I still love them because I've been a fan for goddamn my whole life.
My
But
whole
it's like,
life. Yeah, but still,
yeah,
come
but
on,
it's
man.
like,
You're
bro,
really
y'all
fucking
gotta
us over
step.
here. You
Yeah,
know?
step the shit up, man. That's it.
Like we said, this is a real kick in the balls last week from SmackDown. One of the lowest, if not the lowest rated SmackDown of all time. All right? And then you kicked us in the nuts again with this. You know?
Yeah.
Like, how are you not going to put to
I
your
wouldn't even let the
best?
SmackDown slide if you didn't take this match from us.
That's 100% true. I would have let this slide 100%. This would never
Yeah,
happen on the damn thing
yeah.
if you would have just said, hey, we're going to give it to you. But
But you know
no.
SmackDown sucks. We're gonna give you the Oscar and EO match. We know that you guys really want it. Cool, let's go. Let's move forward.
They ain't giving it to us. They ain't giving that shit to us. You know?
No,
That shit fucked up. The way they do us, man. They do us dirty a lot.
it is. And sometimes seems like it's on purpose.
It is on purpose. There's the bell. And don't forget to watch Point Taken. You saw it right there every Saturday, 3 p.m. And listen, man. Wow. It's that part of the show already. We have 5 minutes. You ready for this? Yo!
I do.
Dave Stevenson was spotted last night. Makes his debut. Got signed with UFC. Makes his debut July 11th for UFC 329. You think this is it for him?
Listen, I'm gonna look at this at a different angle. I'm pumped.
Oh, and that's what I mean.
He's
Like, this is his
yeah,
calling.
he's this
Yeah.
this is an Olympic wrestler actually going to do something where he could potentially be good at.
Oh, yeah.
Everything else, the football, you wasn't good, bro. The
Yep.
WWE, you wasn't good. You wasn't getting it.
He was going to get it, but they weren't going to push him. They never really
They
pushed
didn't.
a guy.
They didn't give him enough time to get it. You could
No.
say that too.
Well,
He
also
also
the
said-
allegations on his ass, too, that became null and void when they lied. You know, so
Yep.
there's a
He
lot.
also wasn't committed.
No,
And he
he wasn't,
admitted
no.
that.
No.
So I would say this. He's a real wrestler, a real fighter.
Yep.
This is something I'm excited for. He
Yep.
could literally become something big in the UFC.
Yep.
Or he could get knocked out first time and
CM
get out
Punk.
of there.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
And speaking
Yeah.
of CM Punk, his ass sat in the ring like usual and said, look, one of our correspondents, one of our analysts here at Bedrock Productions used the term very well. It was on his show From the Cheap Seats with Chris Branson. He said it was a V-bid. All right, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, please look it up. VBIED. We're not saying that, as in a bad thing. That's just a military term that, it's a vehicle that has, it's a bomb inside. All right, that's basically what it is. So he pretty much used the V-bid, blew shit up. Now WWE says we're gonna lower down the ticket prices. It's still over $100, if not damn near 200 for nosebleeds, man. To bring out your binoculars to look at the Titantron, over $100. What do you think about this?
I don't know. I'll say this. I don't really got no more thoughts or opinions on corporate money Punk.
Yeah.
I'm just over the big baby act. I'm
Yep.
over the entitlement act. I'm over the always try to act like you're the super good guy act when
Yep.
we already know everything.
Yep.
So I just don't I don't have no more thoughts for corporate money.
I feel that.
Leave it like that.
I feel that. I feel that. Go ahead.
And here's something real quick. I'm going to shoot real quick. In 2016, when I went to 32, tickets for 3 of us were $350.
Yeah.
And we sat in a perfect spot right above the stage.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
All right,
That's a
club
good
level
spot,
in
yeah.
38 night 1, I paid $340.
That's not
The
bad.
average ticket for, obviously after my name, the cheap seats, is $215. That's
Yeah, that's bad.
that-
That's bad. And you can't even get anything with vet ticks either, so that's even worse if you're a veteran. So, but listen, goddamn, what was her name? Nixon Newell. There it is. She's gonna be done by the end of this year. She already said it once. Look, there's a lot of things going on in his head, and she was asked, "Hey, are you thinking of go back to WWE?" She said, "Nah, I don't know, man. Might be have to go back as a coach one day, guest coach." Do you think she offers anything to that roster right now?
I've been mean to Nixon lately, so I'm not gonna say she don't, and I don't mean like actually, but just our takes. I'm not gonna say she don't bring nothing, because she's obviously a woman that's been in the biggest wrestling company in the world. I mean, 2, 3 times, regardless if you're getting released, they've brought you back a bunch of times. I think her main thing comes down to she can't stay healthy.
It's her
So could
attitude.
she bring something as a coach? Yes, if she could stay healthy. But
It's her
I don't think the
attitude.
WWE.
I think she fucked herself on her attitude. You know, Stampede, our other correspondent with Bedrock Productions, he said it the best. She couldn't take an L. You know, it's her damn attitude. She thinks she's bigger than what she is. I don't think she offers anything to that freaking roster. That roster would go back to the Stone Age with her. I know Big Mike loves her and everything, but honest to God, what do you offer? You know, besides a bad attitude.
I'd rather bring back Dakota Kai as a coach.
Exactly. Hey, speaking of dumbasses, here's another real piece of shit. Alberto Del Rio guy, arrested again for domestic abuse. We're not gonna stay long about this. I just wanted everybody to know this jackass is back in jail. All right, but MLW signs Trevor Lee to the moon. All right, and that's what I was talking about earlier. They're gonna be doing their thing. You know, I think is MLW the new home of the Indies.
It's right now. It looks like it, and this is a great fucking signing. I love Trevor Lee. His personality's through the roof. He's a great wrestler. I'm honestly surprised he was on the open market for this long. So
Yeah, good God, man. I was like, what? Are you serious? Yeah, this guy, he's fantastic. I can't wait to see him when they come up. It's just beautiful stuff. MLW's doing great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah.
All right, man. Everyone's new favorite segment. Last week it was a little skippy. This week it might be a little skippy. Who cares?
Let's get it.
It's our top 5, son. Starting off with the DDDs. Top 5 starts right now. And number 5, we got Powerhouse Hobbs doing his things with Royce Keys with the Powerhouse Slam. My bad. And then you got Claudio showing off his fucking strength. Look at this dude. Walks his ass all the way halfway around the ring. Halfway around the ring to just boom, right there. All right? And then a little throw to the greatest of all time. Nick Nemeth gives it in with AJ Francis. A little AA, attitude adjustment. This brainbuster by Cedric Alexander to Leon Slater is fucking crazy. And then the number 1 move of the week, BAM! Oh, and he did it with the split knee. Trey Miguel comes in, split knees and all. Slide DDT. Beauty personified. If you guys got a top 5, let us know. Use hashtag GEIWC. Let us know if you have a top 5, because that shit was fire this week. It didn't really skip that much. Hey, and man, that is our fucking show. That was a good show.
That brainbuster was fucking insane.
Dude, that brainbuster was nuts. You know,
that
the way
450 cutter.
That whole match. Look, I was gonna show how he cut his knee up, and then he did that whole move after that, where he slid and then did the DDT like that. That look, I understand, and I'm gonna publicly apologize to Mob Squad, buddy, for what happened on X. Misfire, bro. That's all it was. That's why I did not come at you. All right?
Yeah, you good, bro. I talked to him. You good.
I was like,
Nobody
it's just
cares.
a misfire, brother. It was a misfire. All right? Misfire.
Yeah,
Should have went after the
bro.
people. I should have looked at what I'm doing. My brain at that, like when I'm working and I see something, and I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, like misfire.
I'm good for an argument or 2 a day. I know y'all see me. At least 1 or 2 a day.
It's
So
all
it
good.
happens.
Yo, let everybody know where they can find you, though, brother.
Listen, I wanna hyper focus on people coming back at every Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays 3 p.m. for point taking. Sundays 7 p.m. for good evening IWC. Other than that, Mob Squad 508 on all platforms. If that ain't my name, I don't use it no more. Mainly YouTube, and make sure you use the QR code run on over to Mike and Ant. But those are the main spots to find me. Other than here, Bedrock Productions, we taking over, baby.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna be taking over, and this is make sure you guys tune in, and I gotta find it to right there. The whole damn mess. That's the next show coming up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The next show is Tuesday, where Big Mike and myself are doing WrestleMania for Dummies. All right, where we talk to our people, Herb and Raj, where we do that stuff, and we get you guys ready for WrestleMania.
Tag me when that goes up.
Huh?
Tag me when that goes up. I need to see that.
Oh, that one. This one's gonna be good. And then come Wednesday, you guys see him right there. It's the great TC and myself. We're gonna be doing the whole damn mess. And listen, we got a lot to go over. This motherfucker finally sends in his NFL take of the week. That's gonna be beautiful. And then come college time, we're gonna get a little update from the West Coast area from Chris. So there's a lot of things coming. We're going to be doing a lot of good things with Bedrock Productions. Make sure you guys follow and subscribe right here because I can't turn off the damn commercials. I'm sorry about that. From Mob Squad right there to Spedrock, be easy. Peace.
That's a wrap, folks. Follow and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Hey, Pepe, turn on something from Spedrock Productions.